Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. Baseball excitement at season's end is guaranteed. The Boston Red Sox wrapped up the American League East, becoming the final team this season to settle its division and put a title on ice. The California Angels clinched the American League West to secure their third playoff appearance in 8 years, a definite surprise to many. The Houston Astros locked up the National League West in stirring fashion, but to ensure a series berth, they'll have to play the Mets heads up. A former Yankee assured a playoff win by nailing down a shocker. So stay tuned, because our sure thing is in the bag, y'all. Right here on This Week in Baseball. Celebrating our 10th anniversary.
Felicitaciones en el 10º aniversario de esta semana en el béisbol. Juan Benet.
Gracias, y'all. This Week in Baseball is brought to you by Rolaids. For acid indigestion or heartburn, Rolaids spells 100% relief. American League. California's crowning moment caps off the West.
The Western Division title about to be decided. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the ninth, 8-3 Angels. Donnie Moore ready to work. The pitch, it's all over. The magic number is 0. The Angels win the Western Division title, and wait to find out when Boston's going to win their division.
The focus of the division-clinching win over Texas was on Brian Downing, who drove in 5 runs on a pair of homers that gave him 20 this year. Reliever Donnie Moore closed out the Rangers and touched off an Angel uproar.
We know we have a good ball club, and we don't care what anybody says. We're going to go into Boston and fight as hard as we can, and hopefully we'll bring a championship back to California.
This is what you want to feel like. We're a third of the way there. We got a long ways to go, but we're going to enjoy this, and hopefully we can put some good games up against Boston.
It comes from being the experience, and it comes from knowing how to go about your job, knowing how to win. And, you know, we've had a great pitching staff that's kept us in all the games, and it allows us to be right there to sew it up at the end.
One word describes the feeling.
Great.
And here's to the Angels, winners of their third Western Division championship in 8 years. Now on to Boston, where the Red Sox were coronated kings of the East.
Oh, and a happy bench they are. They're ready. This is Yawkey. 1 out away. Boyd will work to Kelly Gruber. A high pop-up. This may do it. Buckner is there. It's all over. The Red Sox are the new division champions.
A 12-3 romp over Toronto gave Boston its first division title since 1975. The Sox were never out of first after mid-May, but they really won it in September, taking 20 out of 27 games to pull away from the pack.
We're ready. We feel good. We just want to take it into the playoffs. Right now, we want to enjoy everything that's been going on for the ball season. We done won our division, and that's a good note right there to know that when we move off into the playoffs, look out California, because we're ready.
This champagne tastes sweet right now, I tell you. It's a great feeling to come here and contribute and just have the opportunity to play day in and day out. And this is what it's all about. You go to spring training, you join a ball club, scheduled 5th place finish, and we're here drinking champagne. It's great.
We've been waiting a long time, a lot of anticipation, and it's finally happened. A lot of guys are really happy. A lot of guys have never been able to do that run out there and jump a pitcher and when the last out's made. So it's fun for them, and especially fun for guys that's been around a while. Bobby Stanley, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, Bill Buckner. Guys like that, I like seeing them smile and having fun at this stage in their career.
What a turnaround for a Boston team that finished last season in 5th place, 18 and a half games out of first. Now, let's focus on a man who's been pulling up the Sox for more than a decade. Jim Rice is captain of the Eastern Division champions, and at 33, he's having another superb season, batting above .320 with 20 homers and 110 RBIs. this year he's been choking up on his bat to make more consistent contact and improve his average. A risky move for a power hitter, but a clear sign that Rice is willing to do whatever it takes to help his team.
I may could have another 10 home runs, get my home run production up there, but I would take what I have now. We're winning, and that's all that matters. I think this year I've hit more doubles, and a lot of doubles have come off that wall there. And any other ballpark, it probably would have been home runs. And of course, I'm going to go out and try to do the best I can to try to fall in the footsteps of the two that I followed afterwards.
He's referring, of course, to legendary Hall of Famer Ted Williams and Hall of Famer-to-be Carl Yastrzemski, who preceded Rice as Red Sox left fielders responsible for playing Fenway's fabled Green Monster. And Rice has really filled those big shoes.
When you follow a guy like Yastrzemski and Williams into this place, you say, well, he can't play it as well, but Jimmy Rice has learned to play it because he wanted to learn to play it, and he spent a lot of time this first 5 years. He was out there every day in warm weather, cold weather, what have you, and he worked very, very hard at it, as did Yaz and as did Williams.
I put pride in my defense, and of course, when I'm playing here at Fenway Park, I feel like that's my wall. You sort of call the old wall Ted and Yaz. This is my wall here because I was here when they built that wall. That's a new wall. And of course, when I came here, Yaz went out there and took about 5 or 10 balls off the wall and said, it's yours. And of course, it was more difficult to play in it, but I learned how to play that wall. And when they brought this new wall in, I began to go out and do things with the wall as far as knowing where's the dead spots or where the lively spots at. And I really got to know myself and got to know the wall.
They put that tag on you, you know, you can't feel. And Jimmy had trouble at the beginning of his career, but he's worked extremely hard. I always say, you know, give a guy a chance to improve, and Jimmy has done that. And in this field, I think he plays left field as well as anybody I've seen play it. He knows the field, he knows the ins and outs, the corners down there, and he's worked awful hard and it's paying off now.
The willingness to work hard, 12 years of experience, extraordinary talent, and a consistent display of character and integrity all combined to spell one word: leader.
You don't lead by what you say, it's what you do. You lead by example, and just by his presence and just being that example in front of the younger players and how you come through in certain situations, how you handle certain situations. That's a team leader to me.
Everyone in this ball club I consider a leader. As far as captain-wise, as far as my position, I feel like I'm a spokesman for the ball club. I'm a spokesman for my teammates. If they have any complaints, instead of everyone goes to the manager, they come to me and I go to the manager.
Jimmy is an all-around good ball player, and I guess possibly people overlook him. He's a complete player, very good all-around baseball player.
An understatement about an understated man who does most of his talking with bat and glove. And few talk louder than Jim Rice. Now, let's open the notebook for This Week in Baseball's Twib Notes from around the American League. Boston third baseman Wade Boggs is casting a mighty big shadow at the plate. Going for his third league batting crown in 4 years with an average above .350 that matches his career mark, Boggs recently banged out his 200th hit this season, giving him 4 200-hit years in a row. Dave Winfield of the New York Yankees has a mighty impressive streak of his own. 5 straight years of 100-plus RBIs, putting him in historic company. The only other Yankees with more were Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and the last one to do it, Joe DiMaggio, who drove in at least 107 straight years from 1936 through 42. Minnesota's Bert Blyleven beat Cleveland for win number 16, even while allowing 3 homers to set a new Major League record for home runs given up in a season with 49. Hall of Famer Robin Roberts held the old mark, serving up 46 homers, pitching for Philadelphia in 1956. Second baseman Jay Bell blasted one of the homers off Blyleven, and he did it on the first pitch thrown to him in the majors. The 11th player in history to do that, and 55th to homer in his first big league at bat. And get this, Bell was one of the players traded for Blyleven last year. Detroit right-hander Jack Morris tossed a 10-inning shutout to beat New York. That gave the Cat 20 wins this year. Second 20-win season of his career. 31-year-old Morris has won more games in the 1980s than any other pitcher in the majors, 102 going into this season. George Bamberger announced his retirement as manager of Milwaukee. His final game was against Baltimore, and Bambi got a great going-away present from second-year pitcher Teddy Higuera.
Higuera, one strike away from his 20th win, trying to become the third pitcher in Major League Baseball to accomplish that feat this year, joining Roger Clemens and Fernando Valenzuela. And there it is, Teddy Higuera. First show of emotion for him as he breaks into a grin. He's hugged by his catcher, Charlie Moore, and he's become the third pitcher in Brewer history to win 20 games.
I think he's a very smart pitcher, above average if you want to talk about knowing how to pitch. I just think he's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
You see a small, short guy out there, you don't expect him to throw the ball real hard, and, you know, he gets it up there, you know, close to 90 miles an hour, so to me, that's sneaky fast. You got a real high leg kick, easy motion, and the ball kind of gets up on you a little quicker than you expect. He has good control and has a lot of confidence in himself out there, and the biggest factor is he can throw strikes and throw the ball over the plate. He's breaking pitches when he's behind. That makes him an effective pitcher.
Now, this week's quiz, brought to you by Nissan, who invites you to test drive the tough new hard-body trucks, proven winners in design and performance. When Teddy Higuera captured his 20th victory, he became the second Mexican-born pitcher to reach that plateau. The first got there just a week earlier, L.A. Dodger ace Fernando Valenzuela. Now, for this week's quiz, can you name the Mexican-born pitcher who had the most wins in the season before these two entered the majors? Stay tuned. National League. Houston gets set to square off against the Mets. They raise the Western Division flag in the Astrodome for the first time since 1980. And the Astros are loose and confident for the League Championship Series against New York.
I think we played very good against the Mets. I think our pitching can match up against the Mets. We've had some good ball games in New York and good ball games here in Houston, of course. After the All-Star break, we won 3 out of 4. We came from behind on 3 out of 4 ball games. And, you know, again, I think we match up very well at the standpoint of the starting pitching and the bullpen. I think that we have the best bullpen in the National League.
With Scott and Knepper and healthy Nolan Ryan, and hopefully I can contribute in the bullpen. I think our pitching is going to be a key. I think our pitching matches up the best in our division with the Mets. And we've had some great ball games. It's almost like we're destined to play them. I think we were 5-7 in the season series with them. 3 or 4 extra inning ball games, some crazy, you know, come from behind victories for both clubs. So it kind of seems like we're destined to play the Mets.
We feel like we have a chance to beat the Mets, and we'll have to play good ball to do it. We know that, but we feel like we have a chance.
The Mets feel good about their chances, too, and with good reason. New York ran away with the East, compiling the best record in the majors and best in team history.
Houston coming up is a very good ball club. I don't think anyone can question that. We're a similar ball club. We depend on our pitching to keep us close. If we stay close, we have a chance to win ball games. We can win with pitching, speed, power, defense. Houston, somewhat the same. Give or take a player or two to close, pretty much evenly matched, but I take my chances.
They've been playing exciting baseball right now. But I think with the type of ball club we have, we don't have to worry about what type of ball club Houston has, because we have everything we need to win, and we all have confidence in ourselves, and we all know what we are capable to do on the field. So all we have in mind right now is go right at them.
I think they've got a great ball club. You know, you just don't go out and win a pennant with just a mediocre ball club. They're a good ball club. They've got a good pitching staff. We're taking them serious. I'm sure that we've been picked to win it. We're going to go out there and we're going to play our game. We're going to go out there and play to win.
The Astros won the West in dramatic fashion, thanks to Mike Scott's dazzling show.
Now the hitter is Will Clark. He's 0 for 3. Swinging a bouncer. This could be it. Davis runs to the bag. Game is over. No hitter. Astros win the championship. What a way to do it. Mike Scott has just thrown his first career no-hitter, and the Astros are the National League champions of the West. Holy Toledo!
And great Scott, what a way to clinch. The Major League strikeout leader set down 13 Giants en route to win number 18. And the no-hitter brought to mind Allie Reynolds of the New York Yankees, who no-hit Boston in the first game of a doubleheader to clinch a tie for the American League pennant in 1951. Vic Raschi then started and won the second game to send the Yankees into the World Series. As for the Astros, they played heads up down the stretch to storm headlong into the playoffs. Now, let's review this week in baseball's TWIB notes from around the National League. San Francisco's Chili Davis delivered a pinch hit homer during the 3-game sweep of Los Angeles, giving the Giants 10 pinch hit homers this year. What's more, the sweep assured San Francisco of finishing ahead of their arch rivals, the Dodgers, for the first time since 1971. In San Francisco's next series, pitcher Mike Krukov tried to match the Dodgers' Fernando Valenzuela as the league's only 20-game winners, but he lost to Houston. Krukov could get one more shot before season's end. Ron Bryant was the last Giant to win 20 in a season, going 24-12 in 1973. When Cub rookie Greg Maddux took the mound against the Phillies, the opposing pitcher was his brother and fellow rookie Mike. As far as anybody could tell, it was the first time that brothers faced each other as rookie starters. Greg got the win with 7 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings, with Mike the loser. Oh, brother. For Pittsburgh's final home game of '86 at Three Rivers Stadium, more than 30,000 fans turned out, putting the Pirates over the 1 million mark in attendance, making this season the first in baseball history in which every team drew at least 1 million fans. How about that? Now, how about the answer to this week's Nissan quiz? Francisco Barrios of the White Sox won 14 games in 1977, most by a Mexican-born pitcher before Valenzuela and Higuera entered the majors. Aurelio Lopez of Houston was next with 13 wins for Detroit in 1980, while a year earlier, Sid Monge won 12 for Cleveland.
History of This Week in Baseball.
A simple salute we've heard all season from big leaguers who love to speak their minds, but sometimes when they open their mouths, what came out was something they'd rather not say or see.
Hello, show.
Well, you just took my opening line, but
I forget what I was supposed to say. Oh, that wasn't it?
Give me a minute to think it through.
To Mel Allen and This Week in Baseball, happy 10th anniversary.
Well, Mel, I remember 10 years ago I was just starting high school, and 10 years from now, I just blew it, and we're not going to do it like this anymore.
I've known Mel Allen since he was a little boy. Happy anniversary to his 10th anniversary in baseball.
Sorry, Mel. I'll do better.
Mel,
I wish I could sound like him, but, well, Mel, I'd like to wish you, and This Week in Baseball, a happy 10th anniversary, okay?
You got my print that.
Okay. This is 10th year in baseball, right? Yes.
To Mel Allen, happy 10th week anniversary.
they said I would have left.
And I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Mel Allen and Baseball of the Week.
Let's do that one more time.
This week in baseball, yeah. Okay.
And Mel Allen, one word to describe you, a thoroughbred.
Of all the cruises, you're now my favorite. And now it's time for This Week in Baseball's 10th anniversary flashback. Let's flash back to 1978. The New York Yankees won the American League East in a dramatic one-game playoff with Boston at Fenway Park, and the unlikely hero was a light-hitting shortstop named Bucky Dent.
2 out, 2 on, 2-0 Boston, top of the 7th. Hit high in the air to left field, going to the corner, Yastrzemski. It's over the wall. It's a home run for Bucky Dent. Yankees get the lead 3-2.
New York went on to win the playoffs and World Series with Bucky D, the series MVP. Ask him, though, about 78, and he'll tell you about Boston.
We were down 2-0, and what I was trying to do is I was trying to get a pitch that I could drive someplace and hit the ball hard. And the first pitch, I fouled off my foot. And as I got up and was walking back to the on-deck circle when the trainer came out,
to spray some of that stuff on my foot trying to ease the pain, Mickey Rivers came over to me and said, hey, homie, he says, you know, you're hitting with a cracked bat, you know, because earlier in the day, we'd only brought a couple bats up to Fenway Park, and I cracked one of them in batting practice, but it was just a hairline crack under the tape. And so he said, here, take this one. He says, you're using the wrong bat. And from that time on, I went back up, and I think it was the next pitch that I hit the ball into the screen.
He turned out to be, when I finally did meet him, one of the nicest guys I ever met. He, of course, destroyed us in that game. Mike Therese threw an inside pitch, and God provided the wind and the breeze and direction, and Bucky Dent became an instant hero.
When I rounded third base, you could hear a pin drop in Fenway Park. There was a complete silence. And then when I touched home plate, you could start to hear a little bit of applause from the New York people who were there. But I think that the Boston fans were stunned because, you know, you look at a number 9 hitter and he's not supposed to hit a home run. But I really didn't have any kind of idea what was going to take place afterwards as far as the impact on Boston, the impact on New York. But it happened, and those are the things that stand out in my mind.
Well, Bucky sure did put a dent in the baseball history books. And that's all for now, folks. See you next week on This Week in Baseball.
Later tonight, don't miss the action as Dodge City comes under fire on Gunsmoke on WUAB. The Herb Scores Sports Show is next on your favorite sports station, Channel 43.